Welcome to the Retail Doctor Group 12 Tips to Fit Christmas Retailing. Hi, Peter. Hope you had a nice weekend.
Good morning, Sylvia. Yes, it was a little warm, but lovely. Thank you.
Wonderful. Nice to see you again. So today we are going to talk about our trading patterns over the last 2 weeks. So some reflection, but also some planning forward. There's only 10 days left till Christmas. So what are your tips, Peter? What are your fit for business tips for a retailer around what we should be doing over the next 2 weeks in terms of customer behavior and planning and so on?
Thank you, Sylvia. I think that's a really good question because whilst we've had some busy periods leading up to about the 15th of the month, the last 10 days are really critical. And the customer demographic over the last 10 days and their expectations is getting ramped up. They know they're running out of time. They know that if they don't get it done today, they're probably not going to have another chance at it.
That's me. Yep.
And so it's a lot of people. So we also know that is getting later and later every year. So you get those people who shop early, who are diligent and are well organized, but there are a lot of people who panic in the last 10 days. Over the next week, so in the next 4 or 5 days, we're going to see a lot of parents shopping for their children. And that is a real opportunity to understand, to ask the probing questions, what it is the kids want, how old they are, what are they like, because a lot of parents are still looking for ideas. So those probing questions, particularly of parents buying for their children or for junior people, is really important. And that will lead into next weekend. Next Saturday is probably going to be the busiest day of the year. So we need to be prepared for Saturday, Sunday. And that'll be big purchases. It's an opportunity to sell multiple items within your category to the one person. And so that's something that we need to talk about. The following week sort of moves to husbands and fathers, because we men always leave things to the last minute. And we are also the most vulnerable people to be upsold to. So I always used to tell all my ladies that worked for me, get hold of a man and know that he's got a credit card in his pocket and use his ability to spend to our advantage. Now, I know that might sound a little bit sexist, but I'm prepared to wear it on behalf of the males.
I think most people would agree with you, Peter.
And, almost use their guilt and say, oh, no, is this for your wife? Don't only get her one top, there's this one as well. That sort of thing.
Easier to upsell.
And, of course, back that up with a refund or a return policy. It gives them peace of mind so that if the male purchase is wrong, and males generally like to shop in a hurry. So if the purchase is wrong, there's a satisfaction there that the recipient can take it back, exchange for size or color or even for something else. Yep. Males are also very susceptible to gift vouchers. It's an easy solution for them. So, and then of course, they don't only want to spend $50 because that shows. So you can upsell them to 100 in that case. So really important. And gift vouchers are one of the most profitable areas for a retailer because you're getting a cash up front and it might take months for that to be redeemed. And in total, something less than 80% of gift vouchers are redeemed. Bear that in mind as a retailer. It's very profitable business. And then, of course, the last couple of days before Christmas, it's for household consumption. It's the meat, it's the liquor, it's all the cakes and goodies and lollies that go on the Christmas table. That, of course, so there's a whole different aspect and mindset. And of course, again, if you're in the consumption type of business, again, a chance to upsell that additional item for for under the Christmas tree, or the additional nuts that go on the table. All of those things you should be having easily available at your checkouts, at your aisle ends, at hotspots within your store.
Some really interesting points there, Peter. When I think of, when we have an opportunity to understand how our customers are behaving and what their expectations are from us, it's then easier to adapt our visual merchandising, our promotions, and it's easy to make those strategic decisions because we're basing them on an understanding of what our customers want over the next 2 weeks. So I think there's some really good pointers there. Thank you.
And the last one that I just wanted to mention is that during this last week, you should know what your sell-throughs have been, particularly if it is Christmas related and therefore not worth much post-Christmas. So you need to make sure that during this week, you price your goods to sell them, because you'll get a better price for them this side of Christmas than you will other side of Christmas. I mean, can you imagine? And I know Harrods' busiest Christmas card day of the year is Boxing Day sales, but that's not usual. So you need to sell Christmas-related goods this side of Christmas, as opposed to.
Brilliant. Well, there's some good pointers there. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate your time today. We'll chat again tomorrow. That's
Thank
a wrap.
you, Sylvia. Go well. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Peter. Bye-bye.